Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is Meta Residence at Meta City Seri Kembangan, Selangor. Yes, quite a mouthful, but this is Meta Residence, part of Meta City, which is a big, sizable mixed development, 11 acres to be specific. Yeah, and what we have here, we have actually two towers completed. This is Tower A that you see here, and there's a Tower B. These two are residents, okay? There's also a Tower C, which is also a residence in a way, service apartment, but that will be a branded service apartment. That's not been revealed who will it be. And for the final tower, there's also another component, Tower D, that is a office and hotel. The hotel is confirmed. It's actually Aloft, part of the Marriott International Group, yeah. So very branded hotel that you will have. And at the bottom, the podium here, this 5-story is actually a shopping mall. It's going to be a shopping mall, yeah. 300,000 square feet net lettable area, neighborhood shopping mall. So it's quite complete. Everything is here, the components. You also have a train station. Let me see if I can see it. This one here. That is the MRT Putra Permai, part of the LRT, the MRT Putra Jaya line. Yeah. So going back to this Meta Residences, the one that we are going to review is this Tower A. Yeah, Tower A right in front here. This has 990 units, 39 stories, so it's quite tall up. That you see there, that is the gym. This is the facilities floor. So facilities is all on level 5, and it has separate facilities compared to Tower B, Tower C. All those are separate. Yeah, ultimately it's still a separate tower. And for this Tower A, the smallest unit that you have is a Soho unit, 450 square feet, 1+1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and the largest is a Type C, which is also the unit they're going to review, 864 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Okay? So yes, without further ado, I need to check whether there's any car. So yes, we'll walk here and we'll head in. Okay, this part I just want to show a little bit. I don't want to skip. There is Tower B, yeah, Bliss, you can see. That is Tower B, small roundabout. This is Lux, the one that we're going to visit, Lux Soho and Lux Apartment, both of Tower A. So the side entrance, the pathway to walk is this side here. Let's go. So we are within the development. Just got through the guardhouse, 2 in, 2 out. Very nice drop off. Reminds me of this hotel style, right? And you've got a nice porte cochere where you can turn around. By the way, yes, this place is also covered by Time Fiber Internet. So if you want to subscribe to Time Fiber Internet, do use my link below, referral link. You get up to RM100 ringgit in touch and go vouchers. Very nice. And you get, what do you else get? I think you get your first month free and also up to 40 ringgit off your first month bill. Yeah. Let me just cover a little bit. And if you're not staying here, right, but you want to subscribe to Time, you also can use this referral code. It's not just limited to this particular development. For any sign up anywhere within Malaysia, if you use the referral code, you get RM100 ringgit, up to RM100 ringgit, touch and go vouchers, first month free, and up to RM40 bill waiver for the first 6 months. So very good example of a landed property just nearby here. Again, we are just beside this MRT. This is MRT Putra Permai. And the next station is actually 16 Sierra. Very nice township by IOI. That whole area also has landed fiber, yeah, fiber for landed houses. So yes, if you apply that, you will get RM100 ringgit, yeah, voucher. Okay, heading in. So Oops. So this is the lift lobby. Lux Soho is there. So Lux Soho is essentially their Soho units, and this is Lux. And why it's called Lux and Lux Soho, right, is because it's not luxury materials that they're using, but rather the overall concept of being luxury in terms of convenience. That's where you have a retail mall downstairs here. This part of phase 2. You also have, of course, a hotel. They're going to bring in Aloft, branded, that's under the Marriott International Group. And even this, the luxury feel. Of course, you have connectivity. This is a TOD development, transit-oriented development. Phase 2, you have a direct link bridge from the MRT that you see there, directly to the phase 2, directly into the mall. Yeah. And you have also corporate towers. So that's why it's called Lux, for luxury. Not in terms of the material, but more of the overall concept. Of course, design-wise it's also there. Material also isn't too bad. Okay. Nice waiting area. And this is the lift lobby. Further up in front. This is the mailbox room. Simple, big mailbox room. I'm quite liking the vibe so far. Yeah. Very clean, very big, spacious. So yes, don't forget, if you want to subscribe to Time Internet Fiber, do use my referral code below for up to RM100 off. And that's for high rise. If you are actually landed, right, you get up to 200 ringgit. Let's go. Stepping up the lift, we are on the 18th floor. So this is somewhat in between, given that this is 39 stories. This side here, it basically looks out into the central area here. So this is the facilities floor. This is on level 5. And if actually you pay close attention, right, you will actually notice that there is a wall. Yeah, wall dividing 3 separate sections, you can say. 1, 2, 3. And why are there 3 pools? It's because the different blocks don't share the facilities on this floor, on level 5. Opposite us, although it's tower A, physically connected, but they have their own facilities. Yeah, these are the Soho units. Yeah, this is Lux Soho. If you recall at the start of our video, right, we had the option to turn left and right. In the end, we took left. So the right side, the Soho units, 450 square feet, 1+1, all this, and they have their facilities down here. While this is actually Bliss. This is the bigger units, including the biggest at 1002. It has a dual key unit for that 1002. Yeah. Anyway, yes, without further ado, you have 18 units on this floor, and you have a total of 5 lifts, including 1 lift bomba. And the lift bomba is double-sided. So this is the walkway. Nice hotel vibe with this lighted box or the unit. Okay, let's check out, as usual, we'll do a quick visit to the refuse room. This side here, this is the service lift. Not much. And the refuse room is a normal refuse room, and although it's only a single door, it is still quite far from any of the units, so it's not near any unit, so I think it's okay, it's not too bad. So it's an L shape, if you recall. The layout is an L shape, and behind the door is where you go to the other side, the Soho units. This part here also leads to your fire escape. The door is a bit small, I realize. It's not a typical door. Also your lift bomba. Okay, so this is the unit that we're going to review. This is a Type C, 864 square feet for 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So immediately here, you'll notice there's no foyer, no landing area. So your shoe cabinet has to be inside. Yeah. Probably this part here, you need to allocate some space for your shoe cabinet. And I can understand why they're doing that, because 864 for 3 bedrooms, if you have a foyer, it's going to eat up into your space, so it's going to be even tighter inside. Yeah. So instead of having that space, that luxury, now you have to do it inside. This is the kitchenette area. Yeah. 5 feet, DB is there. Ignore all these items, all these loose items are by the owner. And this leads to your yard. This unit is brighter for the yard because it's much more open, yeah, compared to some of them are intermediate units. By the way, all Type C, which is the bigger units, all are facing outlets, as opposed to the smaller one, Type B, that is facing inside. This is the aircon compressor. So all the aircon compressors are here, 4 aircon compressors. And that being said, all units come with aircon. Yeah. Looking towards Seri Kembangan. Of course, your washing machine would be outside here. Or if you want to tear down this, right, and just elongate your kitchen, yeah, that'd be cool also. Commercial title, so you have sprinklers. This is looking up. That's the train track, and that is the MRT station, Putra Permai. Yeah. So this is a very matured commercial area down here. Can be quite busy during the day. You have a Chinese coffee shop, Mama, of course. There's a gym. Giant is there. So if you want to do your groceries, right, while waiting for this commercial to be open, the mall, you can go to that, yeah, Giant. Or even you have NSK here, under 3 elements, under this residential. So a lot of options, very, very convenient. And this MRT station, right, Putra Permai, is only 10 stations away from TRX. Door to door, if you to include your walking time, from here to walk over, probably about 5 minutes, yeah. And then your train station, including your waiting time of approximately 5 to 7 minutes, I would say it's 45 minutes to TRX. Yeah. So not too bad, it's quite decent. Door to door, given that you're staying here, this is really one of the benefits of staying close to a TOD, transit-oriented development. By the way, there's supposed to be a covered walkway linking directly into the mall once that is completed. So with that, even easier, you are sheltered all the way directly into Meta City. Yeah. So very, very strong selling point. That, hopefully that should be up soon. Okay, did I miss out anything? Yeah, very simple, very straightforward. Your dining would be here. Obviously, this is a very typical layout. Very common. Then on top here you have a plaster ceiling. Why? Because again they're throwing all the pipings and cablings right to the yard. That's where you have your outdoor aircon compressor. Bathroom, this is a shared bathroom. Look quite stylish. Yeah, quite nice. Oh, it's quite big. I like this. This is by Sarasite. Yeah. Nice. Duvina. This is also Duvina. Nice. Sarasite also. And then got this nice shower screen. Shower door also. Yeah. Alpha water heater. Is there a pump? Yes, there's a pump, I think. Pump control. Built-in pump. Quite okay, huh? 864. This is the middle room. Can still squeeze in a queen size bed. And on top here, see? So it's extended out. This helps to block partially rain splashing in, or also the sun, right? Yeah, you notice that? Nice. Aircon is by Daikin, Eco King. Let's take a look at the small room. Oh, because this is a corner unit, this room is nice. It also looks out, doesn't look in. Yeah. One very nice thing about having a corner unit, right? So this also has very nice. Oh, that's 16 Sierra. Yeah, let me zoom in. 16 Sierra. Yeah, can you see here? All the landed. And here's also a very nice, thriving commercial. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, they have quite a few nice F&Bs there also. A&W, I recall there's A&W there. Yeah, and a few others. So if you want to sign up for Time Fiber, it's also there. Time Fiber for landed, and not just for high rise. And for landed, actually you get up to RM200 ringgit e-voucher. Yeah, you have to sign up for Time. Use again the referral code that I'm sharing, SA7146. Go to the official website, time.com.my, sign up, referral key, the referral code, enter, and you'll get, yeah, within 1 month, or 2 months if I'm not mistaken, the longest, you'll get the digital voucher, yeah, e-voucher. First month free and up to RM40 off for your bill for the first 6 months. Master bedroom. Three panel window, very squarish. Yeah. Laminated timber flooring. Went with an off-white tone. So probably the very typical design layout, right, is they try to separate it here. L-shaped wardrobe, your bed on the other side. Here's either your wardrobe, L-shaped, really big one, or one side wardrobe, and then you have your study table or makeup table. Okay, of course, flip it. Your makeup table, study table here, your wardrobe here, but it still goes all the way, almost to the top, and then your other side is your bed. Bigger toilet, so it's not exactly a mirror unit. For the bathroom, bigger, nicer, much more spacious. And you have rain shower for this also. Yeah. So yes, that's about it for this layout. If you're interested to buy, rent, sell, reach out to Terry. He's not just an agent, but he's also an owner. So that's one very key point that I always like to emphasize. Owner agents are a different level. Their commitment is different because they have money in the game. They have stake here in this development. So you can be assured of a really tip-top service if you need an agent for any transactions here in Meta City, okay? Yes, please do reach out to Terry. And now that we're finished reviewing this layout, let's head up and check out the facilities. We'll try to visit all 3 blocks if it's possible. I do have access, but although do take note that the facilities are actually not shared, but just to give you an idea, okay? Let's go. Stepping off the lift, we are on the 39th floor. Yes, some sky facilities. So this part is all the water tank. Behind this door, it's locked, of course. Emergency exit, lift bomba. This is good to prevent water from splashing in, right? And also glaring sunlight, but it blocks somewhat the view also. Toilet, normal toilet and accessible toilet. And this is the view. So connectivity is also quite good. We're actually at an intersection of quite a lot of roads. This is the main road, Leboraya, Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, which head towards Putrajaya and Cyberjaya. This road that you see here, this is actually SKVE. Yeah, you can take this slip road here from Meta City. You can actually go down easily onto this Leboraya, Leboraya, Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, and you take the slip road SKVE. You can actually head towards this buildings here. This is IOICT. It's only 10 minutes away, so it's very close. This place here, yeah, IOI Resort City, which includes Marriott, Putrajaya 5-star hotel, same group, the same group, yes, as compared to Aloft, which will be opening here also in Meta City. And there, of course, as I said, is 16 Sierra. By the way, that IOICT Mall is the biggest mall in Malaysia with more than 2 million square feet. So a lot of stuff to do there. Yeah. This one that you see here, this is a lounge. I'll try to use photos. They have a nice outdoor lounge here. Outdoor space. It's locked. And as with most lounge places, right, you will basically need to book in advance to access it. So we've got a couple of tables and chairs. It looks like a kitchenette to this side here. It's blocked. And you have a foosball table there. Yeah. So you got another pavilion, similar size on the other end. It's also closed, locked. So we use photos. And here you have an open garden, yeah, with potted plants. BBQ pit area, no tables, no chairs. I don't see the BBQ pit itself, so probably they'll use a mobile one. And yeah, that's about it. Lighting wise, I think it looked quite nice at night. All this, the light, I can't imagine how it will be once it's lighted. All this also should be lighted, so it should be quite nice at night. That being said, I feel this space is a bit of a waste. Yeah, because I felt that they could have just easily pushed it all the way to the end. You know, then you have a bigger space, right, for this outdoor garden or what. It's already there. It's flat anyway. Just my personal opinion. Yeah. Imagine all these potted plants are already there, right? You can easily push this to the wall, just like what you have for here, and you just need a raised, fake carpet grass. Yeah, there. And it's much more bigger. Just my personal opinion. Okay, let's not waste time. Let's head down to the main facilities floor, and if we have enough time, right, let's see if we can cover some of the Lux Soho or even Tower B. Let's go. Stepping off the lift, we are on the main facilities floor, level 5. So, let's start with this part here, the gym. So again, to emphasize, right, the facilities are not shared with the Soho, which is also Tower 1. Tower A, they have their own facilities, and Tower B, the bigger units also have their own facilities, although on this floor, everything seems to be combined. Now, this is the gym. So you notice that the equipment that they're using, not branded, yeah, not the high-end premium ones, but the vibe is there, right? Big, spacious, looks out. This is literally a 270 degree looking out all the way top to bottom. Yeah. Oh yeah, right beside here, this is basically farm in the city. Yeah, it's a petting zoo, sort of. Very nice, you can check it out. Yeah. And actually, interestingly, farm in the city is actually one of the tenants also for the upcoming mall downstairs. So once the mall is up, you will have farm in the city also within the mall. But for now, yeah, I mean, it's just there, right? So yeah, that's where we started, you know, at the start of the video, standing there. Okay, let's continue on. Don't have much time. Nice vibe all in all. I think vibe-wise is certainly spot on. And they got it right. Laundry. You got some water inlet and outlet, so I'm okay. You know, I'm very puzzled when they put it as a laundry, but there's no water inlet outlet. Reading room, very simple. Too simple. This, on the other hand, this is just, yeah, badly executed. Hopefully it's still not completed yet. Hopefully they put in more stuff. Games room. This is the ice hockey. You got Jenga. Very simple. Yeah, there's not much to cover. So those three there, I'm not going to walk there. These three are retail lots. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Why is it retail lots? I don't know. Because you actually have a proper big neighborhood mall, 300,000 square feet net lettable area downstairs for phase 2. So once that comes up, I mean, I would have just utilized that space for some other stuff. Changing room, very, very basic changing room. Of course, also your bathroom. Yeah. And this is where I was saying from the top, right, that they actually split it so you can't cross over to the other side. Yeah. This other side is the facility for the Soho units. These are, in a way, much more business-centric type of facilities. So this is your wading pool for your kids. Here is your main pool. Oh, it's a bit dark. Playground. So playground is covered, which I like, and it's quite extensive. Yeah. So it goes all the way here. And again, bear in mind, this is not shared with the Soho or Bliss Tower B. Big space, a place to sit also. And last but not least, okay, we check out the here is the, got a surround. Very simple one. And it looks out windows, so nice. You get some greenery view, right? This is tempat duduk there. I think we have time. We'll cover, let's see, okay, let's just finish first this part and we'll see what we can cover for the others. Okay, this is not the proper exit. This is not the proper pathway you are supposed to walk from the top. But it's being a bit lazy, I wanted to take this shortcut here. This is the basketball court, half-size basketball court. But I don't think so, it's the full height also. It looks a bit short, rather. Yeah, got the look. And of course you got some outdoor power course equipment. Yeah. This is the proper pathway. Take a shower there. I think that's the jacuzzi, so you also have a jacuzzi component to it. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, let's see what can we cover for either the Soho unit or this Tower B. Let's go. Okay, we are back to check out a unit. This is still Tower A, but this is the Soho one. So you notice it's actually a continuation, 19 to 23, 23A to 30. Yeah. So the number doesn't start from 1, and that's because, again, this is still, technically speaking, Tower A. So very, very similar L shape. Oh, it's not L shape, sorry. This is like a, yeah, this is sort of just this part here, right? It's one straight L or one I alphabet. Okay, let's go and check out the unit. It's the unit that we're going to quickly review, 450 square feet. It's a Soho 1+1. So very, very straightforward. Similarly, like the other one, you don't have a foyer landing area, and that's because everything space is 100% maximized. So foyer area is really usually part of a luxury, right? You have additional space, you do it. Otherwise, you just put it inside the space. Very, very similar color tone all. Kitchenette area, much smaller, of course. Your living. This one is good. It's looking out, but of course you got units looking in also. So that's the LRT station, and you're supposed to have a connecting bridge directly into this part here, phase 2. How is it? I don't know, we'll have to wait. This is the +1 area. Yeah. If you want, you probably want to chop it just after. I don't think so you can put in a bed, or it's a really small bed. But what I would do is I'll put glass doors, windows, glass panels, including a door, so you can get light in, and probably that's your idea of study, and you can convert into a sleeping area if a small bed, right? Those are mid-sized bed, if you have any guests. This is the room. Aircon compressors outside. How do you access it? I guess it has to be by here lah. Yeah, it should be by here. So here is covered to protect the aircon and also the installer. Dual 2-prong. And last but not least, bathroom. So bathroom is separated. Yeah, it's a bit dark, but very, very similar. You got rain shower, you got a water heater, and because this does not have a window, so you have that ventilation there. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. That sums up the review of this Soho unit. If you're interested to get a unit here, again, do reach out to Terry. He's not just an agent, he's also an owner, a double prong. Always very beneficial to engage an agent who has an interest within the project. Now that we're finished reviewing this unit, let's check out the facilities for Tower B. Okay, we're not going to check out for this Soho one because it's somewhat similar compared to the one for Tower A. Let's go. Okay, we are now at Tower B, Bliss. So Tower B is more open. You drop off here, and immediately here itself is already the the lobby. So you do not need to tag in. You know, you recall the first one we had to tag in one round. This one you don't need. You straight away end up here. So let's go in. Stepping up the lift, we are on level 5, and this is Tower B. Okay. So what do we have here? Games room, retail. Again, I don't know why they have a retail. Games room is a pool table. Interesting. This part is nice. Yeah, I wanted to show this part. So this is sort of a Japanese garden vibe. Yeah. And they also have the outdoor parkour equipment here. So slightly different vibe. You still have a small playground. Less units here compared to the other one. Bigger units. This is the 1002, which is a dual key. The kids wading pool is here, so they just separate it compared to the earlier one. It's also separated by the, the perception that is somewhat connected because it's just beside and it's tiered down. And gym. So again, it's separated, right? Different towers, different facilities. That's the one, which is for Tower A, the one that we visited. I'm guessing it will be pretty similar. Yep, in terms of vibe. Looking out into the pool. Nice. So yes, that's about it. That sums up the review of this particular property here, Meta Residences at Meta City Seri Kembangan, Selangor. Another mixed development. There are so many mixed development nowadays, right? And to me, mixed development, until it's really completed, then you really get the whole value of this place. On paper, again, everything looks good. Yeah, nice unit. You got a retail component, which really, if it's done correctly, I give you an example, like Bloomsville. They have really a lot of things, and it's thriving. It is doing very well, that mall. So if that comes alive, the mall comes alive, you got a hotel, a branded hotel, Aloft, office towers, and you got transport directly connected. This is going to be a hit if done correctly. If it's not done correctly, that's where it's problematic. But if you ask me, I think it should be okay. Again, it's very, very prime land, very good location, and the developer is a reputable developer, it's a decent developer. Yeah. So yes, thank you. Feel free to share this video with your friends or family. And if again you're interested to get a unit here, do reach out to Terry. He is an agent owner. Very, very important that I want to emphasize. He is an agent owner. Yeah. So he has interest in this. If you are an owner, you want to rent out, no worries. He will not throw price. He will not give crappy price. He will protect your interests. Yeah. Because he is an owner himself. Obviously, it is in his best interest that this place grows. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Help me support my channel. Do smash the like button. And if you want to take it a step further, of course, you can join the membership. We have monthly meetings and we also have viewings a few days in advance for members. Okay? And last but not least, I just want to specially promote now also Time Fiber Internet. There's a promotion. If you sign up with my referral, SA7146, you get up to 200 ringgit voucher if you're staying in a landed or you're applying for a landed. This voucher or this promo code, right, it's not just applicable for these developments, applicable for any fiber application throughout the whole of Malaysia. You want to apply wherever you are, whichever development, whichever state, you can use this, yeah. But it's only valid until 31st October, so you have to be quick, yeah. Okay, yes, that's about it. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.